Breaking news, Amazon beating expectations on both revenue and profit after the bell. This is markets finished way up for the month of January after a disastrous December. Our own Deirdre Bolton has been covering Amazon all day. And really, the question is why, after beating expectations, is it down after hours?
Well, they did guide a little bit lighter on the revenue for the fiscal first quarter, which is where we are now. So 56 to 60 billion. Wall Street looking for 60.7 billion. So you could say, okay, fine, is it really? But it's, sliding in a different direction than what investors had wanted. But I think we also do have to make the point that they exceeded expectations on the top and the bottom line. And if you look at just earnings, I mean, it's 165%. I'm not going to underline that too much more, though, because I think quarter on quarter there was a tax comp that they kind of made them look weaker this quarter last year. I mean, but the revenue is strong. It's up something like 20% year on year.
18 in the quarter, which was amazing for a $200 billion company.
And I think with the lighter revenue, one point I wanted to make as well is they talked a lot about kind of a currency effect. So they're not necessarily at least giving indications right this minute with a data set that seems to be like they're losing a competitive advantage. Yeah. It's a currency thing. I mean, in their AWS, their cloud computing did exceptionally well, beating the street, 7.43 billion. I think Wall Street looking for 7.2. So, but a beat nonetheless.
Yeah, just a few thoughts. Thanks, Deirdre. A few thoughts on this. One, just kind of off topic a little. I think we have the wrong billionaire running for president. Bezos should run for president. I guarantee the Washington Post would love him a lot more than they like Schultz. So number two is this is a company, and credit to Bezos, this is the Standard Oil of our era. They have created a monopoly and a moat. Walmart and others have tried to make inroads, but they are it for real. It doesn't even matter what the numbers were, and they were spectacular. This is a company that's going to be around for a long time because they've created a monopoly with these distribution centers, which you can't penetrate. Hold on one second. My only question is this. They are like Sears was when I was growing up. They are the be-all and end-all retail. My question to the panel, can they maintain dominance for as long as Sears did, which is, call it, 67
100
years.
Well, yeah, it was like 100 plus
and it's not even dominance, Gary. It's a valuation. I mean, think about the early 2000s. Cisco, Intel, Microsoft, those were the big leaders for a decade. And then they essentially took a decade off. The earnings did well. The companies were very profitable, but they didn't achieve the valuations that they had throughout all the 90s. So that's my fear about stocks like Amazon.
But Bezos has actually said one day we'll be bankrupt, right?
None of those companies have monopoly, though.
Yeah, you're using the word monopoly wrong. That's another discussion altogether. But to put it bluntly, the thrill is gone when it comes to stocks like Microsoft, like Amazon. Big cap tech will not lead the next bull market as it has the last.
Jonathan, I would disagree with you only in that Amazon continues to reinvent itself, and it continues to find marketplaces and industries where there has not yet been disruption. I want to see Amazon go into healthcare, bring healthcare prices down and costs down for various kinds of services. I just have a feeling that they're going to continue to expand into industries as they've done with groceries now, which are going to really be rewarding consumers, which are begging to reward consumers with better value. I think Amazon just has so much traction there.
Although it doesn't have a perfect record in terms of having a golden touch. We were talking about Whole Foods. It took over Whole Foods. There are a lot of complaints now from loyal customers of Whole Foods that the quality of service has gone down, the quality of the foodstuffs has gone down.
And the price has gone down. Prices have gone, to Gary's point, they're a monopoly. They took over Whole Foods. What's the first thing they did? They cut prices. This is why we should be applauding these big companies.
Yeah, but service
service
was a very important part of Whole Foods' success. John Mackey, the founder of Whole Foods, focused on service, focused on dealing with the employees in a very special way. That has changed dramatically, and a lot of people say service has gone down. I'm not saying it's not a great company. It is. Fantastic company, but it's not perfect. No company is.
Well, and I want to come back to something that Liz just highlighted. I think this is a great example, right? Amazon, you had Bezos, Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan Chase, whom Bezos tried to hire something like 30 years ago, and Jamie Dimon said, I don't really want to live on a houseboat off of Seattle, so no thanks.
I didn't know that.
And Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway, right? All all those three people said is, you know what, maybe we're going to figure out something healthcare related for our employees. And that day, you saw hospital stocks crash, pharmacy benefit managers crash. I mean, I shouldn't say crash, but down around 5%. Meaning, to Liz's point, I think, yeah, he's going to keep looking. I mean, he also has said in the past, yes, one day Amazon will be bankrupt, but it's obviously not tomorrow.
And by the way,
but I want to get in on Liz's point, though. I think a lot of these billionaires, they had this one fantastic idea. For him, it was online retailing. He started with books. He expanded from that. The idea that, to David's point, that you can go into something like supermarket, like Lampert tried with Sears, and think because he's a hedge fund manager, his brilliance would transfer. I think that Bezos can go into healthcare and banking and these other areas.
I think Lampert was out over his skis, and Sears was so indebted. That's a different
Amazon
situation.
in the future.
I think there are opportunities for them. By the way, I think we can't let this segment end without talking about what's happening to them in New York City right now, where New York City seems to be just apoplectic that Amazon might bring thousands of jobs to the city.
Go figure.
It's unbelievable. The city council was met with the Amazon spokesman. They didn't listen to anything he had to say in terms of job training, hiring people in the local housing projects. This has got to be a home run for New York, but boy, they didn't want to hear about it.
Talk about kicking the hand that feeds you.
Yeah,
I mean, this
really.
is an example of that. All right, gang.